Welcome to Create with Victoria Warren Mears. Today we'll be creating a birthday card using dewdrops. Please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell icon to be notified when I load a video. Join me and go with the flow and create great art projects. Hi, notice today we're making some marquee letters using silver painted wooden letters, liquid adhesive, and yellow mini dewdrops. What I'll do here is just use a little tiny dab of the liquid adhesive, and I pick up the dewdrops using a wax stylus that's used for applying nail adornments. It makes them super easy to place on the letters, and I did pre-paint those letters with a metallic silver paint, and then I let them dry overnight. And so it gave me a nice base that gives us a marquee looking letter when we get finished. And we'll be using these letters on cards today. I'm going to go ahead after we do this first letter. And since it's about as exciting watching me doing this as watching grass grow, I'll play some music and you can watch the process at double speed. Great, well, we're all done with the letters now, and don't they just look like those marquee letters that you see that you can put light bulbs in and that are on signs? They'll be just perfect for a birthday card, and I'm going to be celebrating somebody's 20th birthday with this card. Great, now we're ready to make the card. I'm using a piece of paper that's 8 by 8 from Echo Park, and I'm cutting it at 6 inches, so we have a final piece of paper that measures 6 by 8. This will be a great size for one of those long, thin cards that are so popular right now. I'm using my score pal, and on the back side, scoring at 3 inches, so the exact middle of the 6-inch side. And I only have a mini score pal, so I have to turn in the middle and do the same thing. Be sure to measure carefully and get your paper placed correctly so that your score is nice and neat across the middle. Then I'll go ahead and fold this in half so that you can see the polka dot side out, and I'll use the scoring tool to make a nice, clean, crisp fold. So there's our card base. It's actually pretty simple. So one part of the card that I didn't film was I made a border that was about 1 inch by 8 inches, and I adhered that along the bottom after making a scalloped border punch. And now what I'm going to do is take some rub-on letters, and I'm going to rub on the word birthday. And I have had one of those great rub-on tools over the years and I always lose them. So what I do is simply use a ballpoint pen and color in the letters, and I place them free-handed, so they're not always perfect, but I find it easier to do that way, and I get a better transfer using the ballpoint pen. And in addition, I choose to use a red one because then I can really see that I've covered all the area for the rub-on so that I get it very nice and clear. So we're going about double time here, and so, again, taking your time, enjoying the process, really having a good time with this kind of stuff, because that's what crafting's really all about, is having fun. And, then you get some great gifts that you can pass on to other people. So we'll go ahead and finish up the word birthday. And then once we do that, we'll be adhering the letters onto the card. And it really is just going to be that simple. So here I'm just auditioning where the letters might go on my card. Lots of times what I'll do is just go ahead and take a photo so that I can remember what I wanted to do, especially if I'm working on a more complicated layout where there may be lots of layers and components. But for this card, I just decided to go for it. And I'm using liquid adhesive. I really like to use that because it gives you a little bit more play time. So if you don't get your letters down exactly where you want them, you have a little bit of a wiggle room. And of course it dries clear. And so if you do end up having to wiggle those letters a little bit, it isn't going to show on your card. And so here again, just placing all those letters using clear liquid adhesive. And then normally I would just let this dry for a little bit and make sure it's firmly on there. And you can see there's a lot of metallic shine going on, and how cool those yellow dewdrops really look to create that faux marquee letter kind of look. Now I'm going to stick a little embellishment up in the left-hand corner of the card, and I'm going to be using some Kaiser Craft embellishment pieces. And there's some really, really cute little cameras in there that I really like. This is an older pack, and since we've been really in for the pandemic, haven't really gone out and done much shopping for new scrapbooking supplies or card making supplies. So just using what I have on hand. So you'll see I chose the little black and white camera with polka dots. I also considered the wooden one, but didn't really like how that looked. It was kind of introducing another warmer color family, and I kind of just wanted to keep things going more cool with the gray background on the letters. So again, just placing the camera with the liquid adhesive, making sure it's stuck down nicely and adheres well. Again, it has a little bit of play, so if you want to move it around just a bit, you can certainly do that. All right, so we're almost there. It's looking pretty good. So just as big birthday, put away our supplies, do a little bit of cleaning up. This is the Yellow Dewdrops product, and I'll have that linked below so you can take a look at that if you're interested in purchasing those. These are mini dewdrops. They're really great. Thanks for watching Creating with Victoria. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.